In a quiet American town, where everyone knew each other's names, lived Margaret, a retired schoolteacher in her 70s. She spent her days tending to her roses, writing letters to her grandchildren, and volunteering at the local library. Her husband had served in the army. He never came home from overseas. So, when a young man came to her door, wearing a worn-out uniform jacket, holding a clipboard that read, "Help Our Veterans Fund," Margaret's heart opened instantly. "We're collecting for wounded soldiers," he said softly. His voice trembled, just enough to sound real. Without hesitation, Margaret wrote a check for $500. "It's not much," she said with a smile, "but I hope it helps." He nodded, smiled gratefully, and walked away down the street. What Margaret didn't know was that kindness can sometimes be a door thieves walk through. Days later, Margaret visited the library bulletin board. Pinned among the flyers was a newspaper clipping, "Police investigate fake veteran charity scam." Her hands trembled. The photos showed the same young man. Same jacket, same smile. Her world seemed to shrink. The warm glow of generosity turned cold. That night, she sat at her kitchen table, staring at her checkbook. She whispered, "How could I be so blind?" But shame wasn't the worst part. It was realizing her trust, her belief in good, had been used as bait. Instead of tears, she picked up her phone and called the number listed in the article. "Officer Reynolds," she said, "I think I can help." And with that call, a quiet broken teacher became part of something bigger. 2 weeks later, Margaret found herself sitting across from Detective Reynolds. He placed several photos on the table, all showing the same man. "You did the right thing, ma'am," he said gently. "We've been after this group for months." "Group?" she whispered. He nodded. "They target kind-hearted seniors, pretending to collect for veterans, for children, for churches." Margaret's heart ached, not for the money, but for the faces she'd once trusted. When the police caught him, she attended the trial. The man wouldn't meet her eyes until the verdict was read. As he was led away, he turned and whispered, "I'm sorry. My father was a real soldier. I lost my way." Margaret didn't hate him anymore. She pitied him, because his lie had stolen more than money. It had stolen his soul. Months later, the community built a real veterans fund. This time, led by Margaret herself. She stood at a small podium, smiling at familiar faces. "Let's help those who gave us freedom," she said softly, "and let's do it the honest way." The crowd clapped, but her smile held a quiet sadness, a reminder that even good hearts must guard themselves. Moral: true generosity doesn't seek applause, only honesty. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and share it with someone who still believes in kindness. Because sometimes, even the smallest act of truth can restore faith in humanity. Thank you for listening, and remember, kindness without caution can still be beautiful, but honesty makes it lasting.